Hey guys, it's Cherish from the Motley News. Today I have a new video for you on the serious topic of sexual assault and rape on college campuses. I'm bringing this to your attention because I just saw a documentary last night that was equal parts disturbing and eye-opening. The documentary is called The Hunting Ground, and it was released this year. You can find it on Amazon Prime for like $3.99. Anyway, the documentary was mind-blowing. It basically takes the accounts of young women all across the country going to school, going to college, and their experiences of rape and sexual assault. Not only that, but what they faced going to university officials and to their local police departments. The documentary made me think about a case that happened at my university, University of Toledo, in 2014 when I was going to school for my master's degree. This story was in the school newspaper, the Independent Collegiate, and I'm going to read you some of the notes that I took from that article. That was on September 10th, 2014. So the female student and male accused, perpetrator, their names have not been released, I think due to privacy. So we'll just say female student and perpetrator. Female student went through the UT's judicial system, and both students were interviewed once she made the claim, this person attacked me, this person raped me. They were both interviewed. The perp was eventually found guilty of violating the student code of conduct and of sexual assault on the premises of non-consensual sex. So right there, the school has found him guilty. The case also gets reviewed by the school's Title IX investigators, and the female student reported in her interviews with the Title IX investigators, she felt that they were very biased against her. They kept asking leading questions in a repetitive manner as though like to trip her up. So they interviewed both of them again. According to the Title IX investigators, they also found the perpetrator to be guilty. And what happened then was that the university agreed to the young man's punishment, and this is the kicker. His punishment would be a $25 fine, which the university says covers administrative fees, 10 hours of sexual assault education, and 1 year of disciplinary probation. Not suspension, not expulsion, but probation. The victim, the survivor, felt that this obviously was not good enough, so she appealed for a tougher sanction. And they complied by giving a new punishment to the perpetrator for 1 year suspension. But after that, he appealed, and his punishment was dropped back down to its original harshness, which was not very harsh at all. And she, on the other hand, was not allowed to appeal again. So that's where that case ended up. $25 fee, 10 hours of sexual assault education, and 1 year discipline probation. Not good enough. So when people were interviewed for this article, the school's conduct officer, student conduct officer, Mary Martinez, said that this particular conduct process is meant to be educational and progressive. I'll read you her quote if I can find it. She says that this is supposed to be a teaching experience for the students and the survivor begs to differ. She says there's no reason why my violation, my attack should be a teachable moment or learning a lesson to be learned in an educational setting. I think what the victim wants instead is probably justice. So this is not uncommon throughout American universities and colleges. This is actually a rampant and awful thing. I also want to share with you a statistic that I found on the Bureau of Justice website earlier today. They report that between the years of 1995 and 2013, rape and sexual assault victimizations of students were more likely than non-student victimizations to go unreported to the police. So that's 80% students versus 67% non-students are not going to the police. And the reason for that is that these students are going to university officials first. It's an insular community, your college campus, and if anything traumatic happens to you, you're most likely going to go to the people closest to you, and that might be student of deans, dean of students, your presidents, those kind of people, and you'll go through those channels. Now, the upsetting part is that once those cases are reviewed at the university level, they generally don't turn those numbers or cases over to the public, over to the police departments of that local jurisdiction. And there's a good reason for this. It's not good for us, but it's good for the university. At the end of the day, your local university does not want the public to know that this is a rape campus. Think about it. The job of the university president is to make the school money, fundraisers, keep enrollment up. So you, as a parent, probably don't want to send your child to a school that you know is guilty of, sexual assault cases being, thrown aside or them happening at all. Your board of trustees, if you're a university president, your board of trustees does not want to hear this kind of news. Your alumni, they don't want to hear this kind of news. Everything has to have a nice facade, and if anything icky is going on the campus, that could mean a huge blow to your budget. What's important to understand, though, is that, and here's the ironic twist, they're trying to make money off of enrollment and fundraising, but at the same time, they stand to lose their federal contributions if they violate Title IX. And universities all over this country are violating Title IX by not taking care of these cases properly. In the case of the University of Toledo student, this school is now under the review of Title IX, and if we do not comply, then there's a good chance that we lose any federal government subsidies. So who do you want to make happy? Is it the job of the alumni, the board of trustees, and the parents that send these students to your school, or the federal government? Either way, universities have a ton to work on. I want to read you also some statistics that came directly from the film, The Hunting Ground. Also disturbing. Harvard, between the years of 2009 and 2013, there were 135 reported sexual assaults. Only 10 suspensions, though. Berkeley, 78 reportings, 3 expulsions. Dartmouth, between the years of 2002 and 2013, there were 155 reports of sexual assault, only 3 expulsions. Stanford, 96 to 2013, 259 reports of sexual assault, 1 expulsion. And I think the most damning statistic of them all comes from the University of Virginia, which they report between the years of 1998 and 2013, there were 205 reported sexual assault cases, 0 expulsions. But do you want to know how many students got expelled for academic dishonesty? In other words, plagiarism? 183. So apparently you can get expelled from your local university or college by lifting lines from somebody else's paper and passing it off as your own well before you get expelled for rape. Something is wrong with that. It's an incredibly broken system. I myself have to teach every semester. I come up with a syllabus, and in it I write extensively about academic dishonesty and how you shouldn't be guilty of it. So it's very important, again, to keep up the nice facade. You don't want to be known as a school of cheaters. No, of course not. But that's a lot less serious than being known for a school of rapists. I encourage you to watch this documentary. It's very interesting, and it's full of the testimonials of women and men who have gone through these horrifying experiences. And those stories are very important. If we don't know about them, how are we going to do anything? And how is anybody supposed to heal? And I don't know. It could happen anywhere, and that's the scary part. What's even scarier is that when you take your story to your university administration and they won't do anything about it, and your rapist is still hanging out around campus, possibly sitting in your classroom, that's terrifying. We gotta do better. We absolutely have to. So if you haven't seen this documentary, please do. If you have any information or comments that you want to relay about sexual assault on campus, please include those down below. And I will give you links to some of the information that I found via the documentary or websites that might help you in your quest to contact the government regarding Title IX. If you feel that Title IX has been violated in your university or college, do something about it. Do what you can, and I'll go ahead and list that. Until next time, please take it easy and have a good day. Bye.